Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. This afternoon I'm joined by Joseph Greco of Meridian Equity Partners. Hi Joe, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're here at the end of a very busy week and we're seeing that the major U.S. stock averages are in positive territory, but do you see this as a bounce, especially on Greek bailout hopes?
Definitely. We really had some negative news for the last 2 weeks, and the market has slowly fought back today, tried to erase some of those losses. Clearly, the news overnight that Germany is, a little bit more willing to, make some concessions there and help out and stand beside Greece is very good and encouraging. But at the end of the day, we have to remain. What worries remain in the back of traders' minds is this really the end, or is this just one more stopgap before the next round of concerns? Yeah, you still have Ireland concerns, Spain and Portugal. Could they follow suit? And is Greece really a resolved issue just yet?
Well, Joe, it's interesting because in yesterday's trading session, we did see crude continue to extend losses, and today they did fall below $93 a barrel. But given that the U.S. currency is seeing a bit of a weakness in today's session, what do you think about the relationship between dollar and oil?
It's interesting. You said extended losses. I would actually rather look at it as the crude trade paired some of their gains, because I think really what was here, there was a really sharp run up in crude oil, and I think at this point people were probably just trimming some of their exposure, taking some cash on hand and trying to regroup and see what the next move is. I think they tried to push oil up and everyone was talking about 120 and 150 a barrel when we saw it break 100, and obviously the bulls didn't get their way there, so I think people are stepping away from that trade rather than really losing out. I don't think there was a lot of entry point at 105 and 107. And I think the relationship is going to continue, though, as that starts to pull back. You're going to see, moderate strength in the dollar. You're going to see the dollar as it plays against the euro. And hopefully we'll see a little bit of strength in the economy, which will bolster the market back up, well up over 1300, 1350 range. But I think that's a little bit off for right now. I think we're going to have a long summer ahead of us.
Okay, Joe, last but not least, before I let you go, looking ahead to next week, we will have the FOMC meeting as well as Bernanke's press conference. And as we're heading into the end of June, that also means the end of quantitative easing. Do you think we'll get any comments regarding that next week?
Sure. I mean, we saw how successful in an absolute stance. It was very successful that Bernanke came out and had a press conference. The first time, everyone was obviously tuned in. Of course, the markets, took to the negative on that, so it fell in. I don't think that we're going to see such a tone come out of the meetings or Bernanke's comments this week. I think what you're going to hear is basically, hey, everything is the way it is. There really isn't much of a change. No reason for us to panic. No reason for you to panic. We've reached the end of this, easing program, and hopefully the economy will be able to, survive on its own now. But we need to kind of let the kids go out and play in the yard and see what happens. If retail numbers continue to be strong or on the rebound from that little dip after the first quarter, if we do get an uptick in housing, and if the dollar can remain strong and oil comes in, I think that we're going to see actually a very nice improvement in the economy here.
Okay, Joe, as always, thank you so much for your time and have a great weekend.
Thank you. You as well.